Alright, so what seems to be a problem? Well, I was going to school. It was about 2 weeks ago. It was the last day before winter break, and I was walking out because I walked to school, and I go down the first stair. Fine, the last stair. I didn't realize that there was ice. I slip and fall, and I could not get up at all. I thought I was paralyzed. And so I had to call my father, to call my mom, to basically tell her to come outside because she was home. And so I did that. She came outside. She tried to help me up. I could not get up by myself. Like I said, I thought I was paralyzed. And then we go inside. I didn't know how bad it was until for 3 days straight I could not get out of bed. I could barely get out of bed to go to the bathroom. I don't know what this is, but I came here to ask for your help because you are the best doctor in this city. Best doctor I know. So I need your help to figure out what is wrong with me, because the pain is insane and it's not getting better, it's getting worse. I'm very worried because I'm an athletic. I don't want that to change. Being able to play the drums and all that stuff. I haven't been able to do that. It's been 2 weeks. Usually I would be outside. All that stuff. Not even that. Can you please help me? We can. I will do everything I can do. What I can do right now is we're going to do a MRI and the CT scan if that doesn't show anything. And then I'm going to check your nerve endings. There, I'm going to give you a EKG. Have you ever heard of that? EKG, EMG, you ever heard of those things? You have? Okay. Alright, we're going to try that. And then we're going to go from there. Obviously, you telling me at your age that you could not get up at all, that is not good. Okay? I'm going to talk to your parents. Alright? Alright. But I want you to tell your parents that, I want you to be honest with them. This is not good. I know this is not the answer that you want me to tell you, but it's the only answer I can tell you. That this is not good. Alright? Okay. You're going to hear loud noises. Keep completely still. If you do not stay still, we'll have to start all over. So just stay still, and should be done in about half hour, 45 minutes. So, do you want any music? No, you just want to get it over with? Alright, let's just begin. And then once it's done, I'll tell you the information. Do another test. Now I know that the test that we are going to do is going to take a little bit to get the results. It's going to take a day or two. So I'm going to send the kid off with some Percocet and some cyclobenzaprine, to help out the spasms, because he said that he's been having spasms. I know that well, he told me that his last two doctors did not give a shit about him. All they cared about is him going to school. They did not care about his health. And look, I want to tell you, I don't give a shit what you do. You're a person I've
where you're at, where you go to, all that stuff. I don't give a shit about that. What my job is to make you healthy as possible. Okay, I'm supposed to take care of you, and for the next few days, few months, whatever. Don't give a shit how long it takes. My job is to bring down that pain as low as I can, and to possibly cure you so you don't have any pain in your back anymore. At least from the fall. Okay, the dumbasses that, say that you're not going to school so I'm not going to treat you, they're idiots and they shouldn't be doctors. Okay? Alright, what? This is Brandon. Okay? Brandon meet Brandon. Ha. Okay. From the both of us, we don't care how many days you have to take out of school. If you are in pain, you should not be in school. If you are having 3-4 days where you can't get out of bed and the best you can do is going to the bathroom, even that is a trip. That is a problem. And we cannot have that. Okay, so I want you to look at me. Alright, look at me. And look at Brandon. We are going to do everything we can to help you. I know there's 2 doctors that say that they should not be doctors, okay? Because they're not doing their job. They are not doing the one thing that they are supposed to do, what they signed up for, and that is taking care of the patients. Patients first. Okay? Personal life second. Right? So, we are going to do the MRI. As soon as the results come in, I'm going to do that. I want to get the test. Okay, you remembered. Okay, good. I'm going to give you that test because I want to try and see if your nerve endings, if anything else is like permanently damaged or there's damage or it can be taken care of. Okay, that is my job, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. So as soon as that's done, we'll give you the results and all that stuff. But I do want to talk to your parents. All right. Okay. All right. Did the results come in? They did. Okay. This isn't good. I think I want to talk to parents because obviously this isn't good. We need to tell them now before we move on. Okay. Are they outside? All right, good. Hey, yes, I'm Dr. Tim. I want to talk about your son, and we got the results back. Tell me, has this ever happened before? Has he ever had back pain before this? Any other type of problems? I mean, he had kidney stones. He had about 5 or 6 stones that they had passed, and they put a VCUG. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they did that, and then, but we were talking about it, and he has made up stuff before to get out of school, and it's just getting to the point where it's hard to believe anything that he has. I mean, obviously the kidney stones, but that was well over a year or 2 ago. And since he's in high school, it's obviously all that stuff, but yeah, it's very hard to believe him because I mean he says all this stuff, but he said that before, so yeah. Okay, so obviously a balloon was put into. Okay, but well, he's not making anything up this time, and what I'm about to show you. It's very bad. Okay, here I'll show you guys. guys. Okay, so this right here is the nerve root. That is pressing onto his lower back, the disc. And what's supposed to be right here is now right here. Anytime he moves, that nerve root presses and gives him a jolt of pain. And it is super bad, especially with his age. I do not want to say this, but his back is basically older than you guys. His back is now middle-aged. His back is basically like 40s. And the only surgery that can help him is when he turns 45 or 50. By the time that happens, he will already be having this for around 35 years. 35 years, because he's 15 now. So he's basically going to have this for the rest of his life. So his pain is very real. And it's probably going to get worse. I mean, I'm gonna give him something. I'm gonna give him Percocet, Cyclobenzaprine, and Tramadol, and go on from there. But it's very bad. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go tell your son, and then we can try something else if that doesn't work. All right. Brandon, hi. So we got the results back, and I forgot to tell your parents about one thing, and that's the results for your EKG or EMG, whatever the hell you call it, and for your CT scan and MRI. It was very bad. The stuff that I'm going to tell you is it's not easy to tell you this. So there is discs that you have in your back, and you also have a nerve root at the very lower of your back. Well, where your disc and nerve root is supposed to be, the nerve root is now pressing onto your disc in your back itself. That is not supposed to happen. Basically, when you fell, that's what I'm thinking that happened. When you fell, probably the edge of the steps hit you in just a way that basically it made everything move. And that's probably why you couldn't move. 1, for shock. 2, because of the constant pain. It wasn't paralysis, it was just shock. It was a sudden jolt of pain that you couldn't get up. And also, now there is one surgery that can cure your pain. Problem is, you can't get that surgery until you're in your mid-40s to 50s. And by the time that happens, you will have already been with this chronic pain for 30 to 35 years. And basically, anytime you get past the age of 35 and 40, any surgery you do is a risk. Any surgery you do, you shouldn't really do. But that's really the only cure that I have for you. Obviously, there's painkillers I can give you. Like I said, I'm going to give you Percocet, Cyclobenzaprine, and I'm going to prescribe you Tramadol for all the pain. And that is basically all I can do. Now the EKG, or EMG, whatever it's called, we tested that because when you cross your leg and then they use that one thing and you twitch your leg, okay, yeah, that wasn't responding, and my suspicions were correct because there is a nerve that goes from right here by your ankle all the way up to your back. And that nerve is basically shot. And I don't want to make anything worse, give you just bad information, just bad news after bad news, but that's permanent. That's never going to come back. And with that nerve shot, the nerve root, discs, and all that stuff, the lower back pain, I just want to tell you this now, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And the days where you can't get out of bed, by the time you hit, 30s, 40s, 50s, it's going to start getting a lot harder to get out of bed. Not just because you're getting older, but because of the pain, and the back pain, and all that stuff. So, I did not tell them about the nerve thing, but I am going to. So I just wanted to tell you that. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you that this had to happen to you. I really am. Alright, bye. Hey guys, so I forgot to tell you guys something, and it's even more bad news. So, the EKG or EMG or whatever the hell it's called. When you do the one thing when you cross the legs and twitches, okay, yeah. That didn't respond. And you guys saw that. And you saw that and all that stuff. So we tested it, and like I said to him, my suspicions were correct. The nerve is shot, basically. And that is permanent. It doesn't matter what we do, it's not going to help. The only thing that we can help it with, and with the spasms, is the cyclosporine with the tramadol and the Percocet that will help with the pain. So, and I can prescribe him something for sleep, because I know that's been kind of a problem with him. I can prescribe him something, maybe Valium or something like that, and go on from there. But it's very bad. And like I told your son, it's going to get worse. And I'm sorry. And if I was you, it's gonna be very hard to make up the work that he did. I would recommend doing homeschooling, and then go on from there. That way he can catch up everything, go at his own pace, finish everything that he can do, and then if he wants to go back, then he can. Alright? Mom, Dad. So Dr. Tim is there. Hey. Alright, come on. So I was thinking, it's been 7 years since what happened, December 19th of 2011. It's been almost 7 years now. And I have decided that, I'm 22 now, I was 15 when it happened, and when I'm actually eligible to do the surgery, I'm not going to get it. Because if I can last 30 to 35 years with the pain that I have, then I can last another 30 to 35 years. Alright, guys? Alright, yeah. See you guys. Alright, guys. So that is the end of this episode. The story that you guys saw today was not a fictional story for the Dr. Tim show. This is a real story of when I was walking to school, and the last step to get on the sidewalk, I slipped and fell on the ice. The reason why this episode is called Ice. And it's a true story of me, and I actually could not move when I slipped on the ice. I thought I was paralyzed or had paralysis of something. And everything that you've seen in the show, from the results to the pain and 3 to 4 days of can't move and all that stuff and can barely get up to go pee, that is all true. Now, it's really only twice, maybe 3 times a month where I can't really get out of bed. That is true. I can't get out of bed. I can only go to the bathroom barely, and doing anything else is a trip. And yeah. And I take a lot more over-the-counter stuff now, because just the tramadol and Percocet was too strong. So I'm taking the strongest stuff over the counter. It is expensive for over the counter, but the strongest stuff that is made for over the counter, or OTC, that you can get, I buy, and kind of brings down the pain a little bit. But an average day for me, almost every single point of my day is between a 4 and a 5, so I'm always constantly in pain. I just don't like to show it, so I do it by playing as a different character or something like that. And I don't play sports at all anymore. I haven't thrown a basketball in probably a year or two, and because the pain is getting worse. And I play the drums, and at its worst for me, after playing 4 songs, I would have to stop and couldn't play for the rest of the day because of how bad it was. And I usually don't go this deep into my personal life, but I wanted to do it for this show because I felt like a more type of close to home type case is good for the show. But yeah, when I said the line that it's going to get worse, it has. It's actually gone up a little bit. And my father has RSD after he broke his leg after slipping on the ice in March of 2000. And his pain has gone up from his right leg all the way up to his hip now. And that's what's happening to me. And my father did think at one point that I could have a neurological disorder in my back, like RSD is a neurological disease, and it's a nerve disease. And this is mine because of the permanent nerve damage and the nerve root itself pressing on my back. And any time I move, like right now, just walking around and recording it hurts. And I don't like to show like my feelings in terms of pain and stuff. I don't like to admit that I'm in pain because I just don't like to do that. But lately I have. And I do take quite a bit of sleeping pills just to sleep, about 4 a night, just to actually get to sleep. And even then it takes 3.5 hours just to actually get to sleep. So it is difficult at times. So this episode was pretty hard to film. I actually had to stop because I was kind of getting a little
emotional because this is probably the most personal I've ever shown and been in a episode of anything I've ever filmed. Yeah. So, flashing to now, when it's almost October of 2018. In almost 7 years, it's gotten worse. It's moved up. When I've gone to the doctor, they've done the twitch thing for the leg, and that doesn't work. I still get some spasms, and that's probably the only thing that has actually gone down is the spasms itself. But yeah, sleep. It depends. Sleep is week to week, depending on, because I have a sleep journal that I keep just to track when my best time to take my sleeping pills and stuff. And but yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know if there's going to be any music in this episode or not, just because of how personal it is and all that stuff. But if there is, then obviously you guys will hear it. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.